Hey YouTube, like I said, next video is going to be a bowl. It's going to be the start of it. We're going to start on the bandsaw. I'm going to a small little circle jig here. I'm going to try to cut a circle out of it and make it easier to go. And we're going to get it on the lathe and get turning on it. This is an old stump somebody gave to me. It was an oak stump, I believe. I'm not the best at identifying trees, but from people I've talked to and the hardness and everything, it's some sort of oak. So made a couple of things out of this stump so far. It's got a couple more pieces left of it. Let's get started on it on the bandsaw and see what we can do. Alright, so we got a little bit of a bind there. We got it unhung up and everything, so we should be good to go. This came with a 3/8 inch blade, and I don't know if that's the best for what I'm using it for. I might need to get a different width blade. If you know what the best bandsaw blade is to get, cut circles like what we're doing for bowl blanks and stuff and everything, leave a comment. Alright, so I knocked the rest of the bark off. I'm gonna have to try to do the rest of this freehand. So I'm not very good at freehand. Got some marks on here, kind of hard for me to see, so I don't think y'all will be able to see them. But we will try to get the majority of this bowl cut off. I'm probably going to cut in chunks instead of trying to do a complete circular motion, because there ain't no way I'll get it perfect circle. So we'll get after it. Blade again, it started getting binded up when I was going in a circle, so we had to just go straight, cut off the rest of that chunk. That's probably as good as it's going to get off the bandsaw. We're going to have a lot of evening out to do on the lathe. So let me get everything set up on the lathe. I'll bring you over there for that, and we'll try to get it put on and see what it looks like. I was going to use a woodworm screw, but since I had to do the rest of this by freehand, I don't know how centered that dot's going to be, so I might have to end up doing a faceplate over it. Yep, we'll check it out and see what we have to do.
Now, if you refer back to the part of the video where I said I was not very good at freehanding circles on the lathe, the evidence is clear in the clip coming up. I'm doing all this work getting these jaws switched out, which I needed them switched out for later anyway. But you'll see coming up where I just completely couldn't get it round and couldn't even get it to fit on the lathe the way it was. So you'll see me struggle with it for a minute. Kind of funny, that's the reason I left it in here. What ended up happening is I had to put a faceplate on, and then I had to do a lot of rounding out off the camera because of how much vibration was in it. So have fun watching me struggle here. It's kind of funny to me now that I'm replaying it. Was not funny at the time.
Alright guys, so I had to do a lot of rounding out on this thing off camera. Just usually when it's as out of balance as it is, you slow the speed way down. This only has one speed as far as low, and it's like 750. So did some off camera just to get it rounded out, more balanced where it's not shaking and I can get a better recording. Had no real good place to record it from. Without it looked like I was filming an earthquake. So we still have a ways to go. We got to get a lot of this knocked back down, get this all rounded out too, but at least it runs smoothly to where we can get a good camera shot on it. So I'm gonna continue on with that. Just sharpen the carbide blade and keep going back out.
this piece gone, far piece that was down here. It is gone. It looks like got got a little bit more right there. I'm gonna get rid of a little bit more rounding out up there. And then we're gonna really work down here to get this flattened back out for the recess for the mortise. I'm gonna switch out to the square cutter, 7 round. Put the square cutter on here. I'm gonna flatten this out here. And then once we get this flattened out, we'll really get into the shape we're going for, which hasn't been decided yet. Right, so we've got to switch out to the square cutter, and we're going to work on flattening out this bottom here. I just use the tool to put up against the back here, butt it up, because it's perfectly straight, and it looks like the bottom is perfectly straight, so I need it to curve in, so it's just resting on the outside portion. I'm gonna rotate this carbide cutter, and it's getting a little dull. Keep going, still got a lot of mass in here to take out. So. And then we'll probably switch back over to the circle cutter to smooth everything out. Get all at least the tool marks out, and well, get all the humps out, and then we'll saturate it in that sanding sealer for a little bit. Alright, so we got here some just some sanding sealer. Just gonna saturate this, let it soak in. Hopefully it'll get rid of some of the hunkiness, whatever you want to call it. It is so dry and chippy right now. And so I've been thinking on the other pieces what I was gonna do, because it's really hard to get it all sanded out, what I could do to help with it. So hopefully this will help. I don't really know though. I am just slathering this thing up. This will take a little bit to dry. And once it dries, we will come back out and do some more cuts on it. hopefully with a little better end, especially on this end grain. I did get some better cuts, even on the end grain, but there's still part of it that's just so dry. I guess it's just the wood. I got this from a friend of mine. I don't know. Said he found it in his neighborhood. The guy just had a couple of stumps laying on the ground. Asked him if he could have them. He took them. Don't know how long they were out there. I mean, could have been from 10 years ago for all I know. So it was incredibly dry. Hopefully this will help. So we're gonna let this saturate for a while, and then I'm gonna maybe do like another cut on it or two and see, and I might have to put some more coats on this, but we're just gonna let this out here and let it dry for an hour or so, and then I will come back and see what we can get done with it. I might have to fill in. We got a lot of cracks. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. Kind of hard to see them through all the chippiness, but there's several cracks in here. So, and this is pretty much the center of a big piece. I think the original piece before I put it on the bandsaw measured like 14 by 12 inches, I want to say. And this is, I haven't put a tape measure on it, but I would guess around 8.5, 9 at the biggest point. So it's cut out from the center. I was hoping I'd get rid of most of the cracks, but I guess that was just wishful thinking. So yeah, we're gonna let this sit for a little bit, and I will come back and we will try to produce some more. All right, so I'll put 2 coats of sanding sealer on. And just let it sit. Hopefully it soaked that wood up pretty good. Maybe we'll be able to get cleaner cuts. That's what I'm hoping on. See where the rim is already out of balance a little bit on the outside, so I'm probably going to end up going back to the outside and redoing a little bit of it. I might actually go ahead and do that before I continue on the inside. So y'all can see what I'm looking at here, maybe. See if I can get it to focus. See all this right here. It's just so punky. You can see how deep some of it is too. So we're just gonna sand over it. Because if I keep going with the tool, I'm just gonna end up taking the top of this off. Anybody have this issue, anybody that turns have this issue with any particular wood or anything, let me know down in the comments what you did to fix it. I'm always looking to learn more. You know, I never claim to be a best turner in the world by any means, so let me know if you've had this issue and if you were able to fix it and how. That'd be great. All right, so I'm gonna continue sanding. I'm gonna quit recording because I'm tired. I'm sure y'all are tired of seeing it already. I'm tired of doing it, but we got to continue on. So we will see you back when it's time to put the sanding paste on.
Guys,
Paste.
back. Done with the sanding. I think we're gonna call this one the pitted bowl because all the pits that were in it. We got the abrasive paste. It is the Axe abrasive sanding paste, same thing I used earlier. Some more of the denatured alcohol, cleaning everything off. Clean any excess of that abrasive paste off before we put the polish on. I know I said I wanted it to be a thicker bowl, but it kind of turned out thin. I think because I had to retouch up the outside with the tool because I waited a couple of days before I'd done the inside. Actually turned out more of a thin bowl. It's not that thick. Alright. Now for my favorite part, the polish.
the Axe Polish Restoring Paste. Can't talk. Now we take it off. Got a nice little shine on it, nice little luster. Pitted bowl. Is that what we said? I don't remember now. Sounds good though, right? The pitted bowl. Still see the pits. I mean, the grain looks amazing in it. And I think all this does is give it a little extra character. Honestly, I don't think I've had like 2 perfect bowls. And the only reason I like those the way as much as I did is because of the character and the grain. Like I said, this stomped every one of them. This has probably been the worst piece, but every one of them has just had this hidden in them. And I don't really know. Well, let me know what y'all think. Leave it down in the comments. You like it? You hate it? Think it should have been burned? Again, if you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a reaction on there. Sharing this video would help me out a ton too. Get it out there. You think anybody that you know would like it, please share. Just a second, I'll get a close up of the top, the side, and the bottom. Alright guys, that's it for this week's project. I've got a log I'm going to try to cut up this weekend, and I don't know if I'm going to do a couple bowls out of it. I think I want to try to get either 2 vases or vases, whatever you want to say, or get 1 vase and 2 bowls out of it. Depends on how it cuts and what it looks like on the inside. Again, this is a log that was brought to me. I honestly have no clue what it is. I'm going to have to look into it, see what it is. That's going to be it for me this week. This one will probably go up on in my Etsy store, which is in the description. Go check that out. See anything on there that you think someone might like, feel free to share that to them. That's where this one's probably going to end up going, and go from there. Hopefully next week we'll either do another bowl, might have a vase, or I might come up with something else. I'm not sure, but until next week, take care.